In Iran as well, your counterpart spoke about his concern about Kashmir as well. You've been talking about the humanitarian crisis you're worried about.
These 900,000 troops are not there to stop terrorism. It's to terrorize the population. And this will have implications in Pakistan, because 1/3 of Kashmir is in Pakistan. So that's why we wanted the United Nations to act. Now people of Kashmir want that right given to them by the United Nations, the right of self-determination.
Do you want talks with them over the issue?
We tried 1 year to have talks with India for 1 year, until 5th August when they annexed Kashmir, again violating international law, the United Nations resolution, a bilateral agreement, similar agreement with Pakistan, India, all this was violated. What is the point of talking now? Where do you start talking now?
So you're working with President Trump, I understand, on the Iran-Saudi situation. Have you been empowered by him to mediate or facilitate there?
Well, President Trump, when I was in New York, did say that you should try and be a go-between Iran and the United States. And I did speak to President Rouhani when I was in Iran about the U.S. offer. And that's an evolving situation. So let's see if it gets anywhere.
Are you able to say to President Rouhani that there may be a goodwill gesture at some point coming from the United States to help with that bilateral relationship?
But the U.S. is a little bit more complicated. So I won't go into too much details about it until there is some response from both sides.
Are you positive?
I think so. I think there's a realization. I think President Trump, say whatever people will say about him and criticize him, but at least what I like about him is he does not believe in wars.
Was it a big disappointment that the talks with the Taliban broke down?
Yes, I thought so, because Pakistan facilitated those talks. And we were very happy that at one point a deal was about to be signed between the US and the Taliban, and suddenly, we didn't know anything about it. They suddenly out of the blue, the deal was scrapped. But I believe we are again getting very close. And I think within maybe 2 weeks, there will be some good news.
And when you talk about the progress between the US and the Taliban, and possibly something coming in a couple of weeks, can you give us any indication about where that might be heading?
Well, first, you see, the problem is the reason why the deal, suddenly out of the blue, the deal went up in the air was because the US and Taliban are talking, and yet they're fighting at the same time. That's always fraught with problems, that sort of situation, where you're fighting and talking. I think the first step must be that the hostilities should come down, the temperatures must come down, and then deal and a ceasefire. This is the way to go.